The house had been standing since the early 1950s, long enough for people to stop questioning it. It was the kind of place you passed every day without thinking, its presence so familiar that it faded into the background of the town. Nothing about it seemed remarkable. The paint was worn but intact, the windows were clean, the porch light still worked. It had never been abandoned. It had never been renovated either. That was important. The first person to notice something wrong couldn't explain it clearly. They only said the upstairs hallway felt longer than it used to. At first, everyone assumed it was imagination, the way spaces can feel different depending on light or mood. But once the idea settled, it became impossible to ignore. The hallway didn't just feel longer, it was longer. At the far end, where the wall had always been, there was now a narrow door. It wasn't new, that was the unsettling part. The wood was aged, its paint cracked and yellowed, exactly like the rest of the house. The handle was dull, worn smooth by years of touch. Years that no one remembered. Old photographs were pulled out, family albums, holiday pictures. Every image showed the same thing. A blank wall at the end of the hall. No doorway, no shadow, nothing. The blueprints told the same story. The house did not have room for that door. Opening it revealed a small square room with no windows, no vents, no visible wiring, just four walls, a low ceiling, and a single wooden chair placed precisely in the center. The chair faced the doorway as if expecting someone. The room smelled faintly of dust and something else, something warm, like breath lingering in cold air. When the door closed, the house changed. The hallway grew unnaturally quiet, as though sound avoided that section entirely. Footsteps elsewhere in the house sounded distant and muffled, but near the door, every movement felt amplified, too clear, too present. No one wanted to leave the door open. No one could explain why. Over the next few days, small things began to feel wrong. Conversations trailed off mid-sentence. People forgot why they entered rooms. Clocks disagreed with each other. Upstairs, time felt stretched thin, while downstairs, hours vanished quickly. The chair began to move. Not dramatically, not enough to notice right away. It was always facing the door, but the angle shifted slightly, as if adjusting, as if learning where to look. One evening, someone noticed the seat cushion was indented. The wood beneath was still warm. No one had been inside. That night, faint sounds drifted from the room. Not voices, not footsteps, just pressure, like someone standing very still, breathing carefully. The walls changed next. At first, the marks were subtle. Shallow impressions appeared in the paint, as if fingers were resting against it from the inside, not scratching, not pushing, just touching. They faded after a few hours, only to return somewhere else. The room was not growing violent, it was growing familiar. When someone finally sat in the chair, they didn't scream, they didn't panic. They later said the room felt complete, as though it had always been shaped for them, waiting patiently for the right presence. They said it knew their name. After that, the door resisted being opened fully. It never slammed shut, it simply stopped halfway, like a polite refusal. The house creaked softly when people tried to force it, not in protest, but in warning. The floor plan changed again. The small room grew slightly larger, the hallway shortened. A nearby closet no longer opened all the way. Space was being borrowed. One morning, someone didn't wake up. There were no signs of struggle. Their bed was untouched, their belongings neatly arranged, but the chair inside the room was warmer than it had ever been. The indentation in the seat was deeper. The house did not acknowledge the absence. It remained quiet, orderly, patient. The door still appears at the end of the hall, only if you walk slowly and don't count your steps. The blueprints insist it isn't there. The photographs refuse to show it. And the house will never explain where the room came from. It only waits.